Hey friends, it's time for another Playwright tip, and today I want to show you how you can create custom and asynchronous assertions with Playwright's toPass method. Let's go! A few weeks ago, I broke our Checkly HQ website, and to be specific, I broke lazy loading on our blog. When you go to checklyhq.com/blog and you scroll down, you will see that there are more and more articles flying in. And we didn't have a test case for this. Let me write one here right now. I'm in a blog spec.js file that already includes a test case that is called Checkly blog lazy loading. And it navigates to checklyhq.com/blog, and it's already locating all these linked articles on the page. How could we write a test case for this? First, I'm going to spin up Playwright's UI mode. And what you see here is the UI mode. Let's make that a little bit bigger. And I won't go into the details, but the important piece is that you can hit this little watch icon over here and you can run your tests. And now Playwright will rerun when you save your test file. When we go to the spec file, we already have the articles locator definition. What we could do is we could figure out how many articles are on the page. And we can do this by saying article count. And let's log out our new article count, hit save, and let Playwright do its magic. When we open the console, we see that there are 9 articles on the page. So how could we figure out that there are more articles lazy loaded when we scroll down? First of all, I will take the last element of our articles and I will use the handy function that is called scroll into view if needed. And then you could think that you could say wait expect, and now we say wait articles count. And when you look at your auto completion, there is to be greater than in the list, and we want to have the new count being greater than the article count. Let's hit save. And unfortunately, that doesn't work. And the reason is that Playwright provides different types of assertions. When we go to the docs, you will see that there are, first of all, auto retrying assertions. And these are the assertions that are usually tied to the DOM, and you use these with locators. So there's to be empty, to be focused, to be hidden. All these assertions are asynchronous and they are auto retrying. But then there are also non-trying assertions, and these are then these exact assertions, and they're working on values. And when we have a look here, well, we see that to be greater than is not automatically retrying. When we check VS Code, to be greater than isn't returning a promise. It is a synchronous operation that doesn't help us much here right now. So how could we test that there are more articles on the page after we scroll down? And for these cases, Playwright provides the toPass method. What we can do is we can say wait expect, and now we can say toPass, and we can give it a callback function that will be automatically rerun until it is not throwing an exception anymore. And let's add some additional configuration, because I don't think that the lazy loading shouldn't take longer than, let's say, 3 seconds. So what we can now do is, first of all, we can add some logging. Let's say I'm trying, and we can move this logic that we have here inside our callback function. So we will assign a new variable that is called new count, and then we can use expect similar as we had, and we can say new count to be greater than article count. When we now hit save and we go back to our Playwright UI, we see that it is indeed retrying over here, and we now have a succeeding test case. To prove this works, let's change this assertion to be less than. And now we should have a failing Playwright test case that is still retrying, but it's only retrying for these 3 seconds that we defined. So you see here that we had 6 retries overall. So when you're dealing with asynchronous operations and you want to assert things that are not included in the list of automatically retrying assertions, Playwright's toPass is just a handy addition, and I find myself using it more and more these days. And this was this week's Playwright tip. If you have any questions or feedback, drop them in the comment below. And I'm Stefan from Checkly, and I will talk to you very, very soon again.